The destroyer is who? Are you the destroyer in your life? Are you destroying your children by calling them names, saying bad things about them? Your hair is not right. Your clothes are not right. Well, why is their hair looking messy? Because you're too lazy and trifling to comb it. Why is it their clothes are not right? Because you're too lazy and trifling to wash their clothes and to iron their clothes. You're too lazy and trifling for that. You lazy and trifling. That's why your child's clothes aren't right. Okay? So you're destroying your children, cussing them out. Why? Because you didn't want them in the first place. You only wanted the sex. You didn't want the child. You only wanted the sex. Okay? You only used your children to keep your husband or to keep your so-called boyfriend. Okay? That's why you keep having children. You never wanted the children. Okay? So that's why you're destroying your children's life, because you never wanted them and you never liked them and you still don't like them. And you didn't have sense enough to ask the Lord, I don't like my children. Will you please help me love my children? Lord, I don't know how to take care of my children. I'm trifling and lazy. Would you please help me to give me some tips on how to take care of my children, because I'm trifling and lazy? Just be honest with the Lord. The Lord knows you're stupid, trifling, and lazy. You're too lazy to iron clothes for your children. You're too lazy to comb your children's hair. You're too lazy to read to your children. You're too lazy to help your children with their homework. What? The Lord knows that. You're trifling and lazy. You're a destroyer of your children. Who's the destroyer in your life? Some guy that you're not even supposed to be with. The Lord didn't ordain for you to even be with him. How many stories have I heard recently? A black girl found with a bullet wound in the head. A black girl's body found in a creek with a bullet with multiple gunshot wounds. A bullet wound everywhere. Because she's involved with some guy she shouldn't be. I've heard the story many times. I read the headlines. So you're allowing destroyers in your life. You need to get rid of these destroyers. Okay, when you're in a wrong relationship, this not ordained relationship, not ordained by God, you letting the destroyer come in your life. Get rid of him. And why are your children not doing well in school? Because you're not properly fed. You're destroying your children. You're not feeding them properly, or not feeding them at all. You're not even cooking them a bowl of rice. Rice and green beans, that's a lunch. You're not even doing that because you're too trifling and lazy to even fix your children a half decent lunch. Who's the destroyer in your life? You. Okay, you letting these destroyers in your life. You letting these people who have bad relationships. You have a bad relationship with them. You letting them in your life, and they're destroying you. They're destroying your happy home. Because the relationship is not ordained by God. You just want to get laid. I'm being real. You just want to get laid. You're fascinated by him. Okay? So you laying down with this guy because you're fascinated by him. And you want to get laid. Okay? So you're letting all these destroyers in your life. I don't understand why black men always hang around people who want to destroy you. I don't understand that. The black man. Okay? Why are you hanging around people who hate you enough to want to kill you? And a black guy gets out of prison, he goes to the street, now he's dead on the street, gone to hell. Because he's hanging around people who hate him enough to want to kill him. Now look, I hung around some bad people when I was 13. They probably hated me enough to kill me. They probably did. It's just that there were no weapons. At least they couldn't find any weapons. They hated me enough to kill me. So I should have been hanging with them in the first place. That's why, you parents, you got to be involved with your children. You got to ask your children, who are you hanging with? Who are your friends? You got to be involved in that. And you got to stop being a destroyer. You, that person in the mirror, you. And you got to keep the destroyers out of your life. You got to keep them out of your life. You and you only. Okay, you have to keep these destroyers out of your life. You and you only have to stop hanging around people who hate you enough to kill you. The destroyer is who? That person in the mirror. You.